fuck's sake. Welcome to the Talkin Kop. Me and him have had a beautiful 20-minute chat about Liverpool and Brentford and didn't press record. So, I'd like to say it's my fault. I'd love to fucking say it's his fault, but it's not. It's this dickhead Steve's fault. Because he just pressed there and went, yeah, the screen said something about screen orientation, then fucked that and went and had a point. So, welcome to the Talkin Kop. This show is now reduced to 20 minutes because I need to get into town to watch United and Brighton. It's me, it's Emma, it's the Talkin Kop. Steve's now looking at his own phone to check if it's on YouTube and if it's live. And I'm hoping he gives us a thumbs up, because if he doesn't, I'm ending this fucking stream and I'm going for the point. All right? So Carl is coming in now and he's making signs behind it going, that's not on.
We've started it.
Is it on now? Are we live?
That says live, yeah.
It says live.
1 minute, 7 seconds.
Thanks, Carl. We're on. Anyway,
Right.
Brentford.
Can they see? If anybody's watching it, can they comment? And the lads. Excellent.
What does it say?
Thanks.
How are the boys? Yes, boys. You the lads.
Right, perfect.
Yeah.
We're up and running. Now, Steve, just sit down there and
Sack
get
the
a point.
production team.
And when I point at you, press fucking stop. Oh, Jesus Christ. Anyway, Liverpool against Brentford at Anfield tomorrow. We have arrived in Liverpool. We're on a 6:20 a.m. flight. We're drinking points from 4. We're still drinking points. We went to Shiraz. We had one of the best breakfasts I've had there in a while, actually.
Yeah.
And
shocked
we're
to
in
see
there.
it open at
And
7:30.
We've had, it was amazing. But we've had a lovely chat, so I can't repeat it all. So we're going to do 20 minutes here, and then we're out the gap. Right, so, Emma, Brentford, Liverpool, Brentford, Anfield tomorrow, Arne Slot, first home game as Liverpool manager in an official game, a Premier League game. Are you looking forward to it?
Yeah, look, it's always great to be in Liverpool. Like we said on the first one that didn't record, it does feel like when you get off the plane, it feels like you've come home. We go to the same places all the time. It's great to have a ticket. Same people. We came over for the first home game last season. We didn't get a ticket.
Had a great time.
But we're lucky enough this season to have tickets. And it's Arne Slot's. We were at Klopp's last game. We're now at Arne Slot's first game.
Yes.
And I think the atmosphere is going to be amazing. The only thing is not to get kind of caught up on it. Brentford have had our number in the past. So it'll be interesting to see how he starts. I'd probably like him to start maybe with the team if Kwanzaa is injured. I know we spoke about it there for about 15 minutes. But
we had a lovely chat about him. We might do it on Monday.
Yeah, I think he would probably start with the team that started the second half against Ipswich.
Yeah.
If it's a case that Kwanzaa is injured. The crowd will get behind him. I think the Liverpool crowd probably have more patience. So if the game goes similar to the way it was against Ipswich last week, maybe there won't be as many user as if it was this time last year and Klopp was still in charge. They kind of give the manager that little bit more time. But I'm kind of really interested to see if that's the team that he goes with, because after the game last week he spoke about we didn't even use Nunes, we didn't even use Elliott. There's still Gakpo to come into this team. So I'm really excited because we're so used to kind of nearly knowing what the starting 11 is going to be. I don't think for maybe the first 5, 6, 7 games we're going to know that he has a settled 11. I think he will mix things up.
Yeah, he's talked about rotation, and I think the numbers in the squad kind of dictate it. That's why the transfer stuff is up the wall at the moment. And if you have 6 midfielders, 7 including Bajcetic, and this, if you don't include him because rumours he goes out, you have 6, and that 6th option is Endo. I don't think it's enough. And look, we get into that in a little bit, and we definitely get into it next week. But just a quick question on Kwanzaa. I know we had a big chat on him, but really quick one. Kwanzaa's rumoured to have picked up a knock during the week. May have trained yesterday, okay? If Kwanzaa doesn't start this game tomorrow, I don't expect Kwanzaa to be in the squad tomorrow, because I think it throws up all sorts of conspiracy theories and theories of non-conspiracy types.
Well, I'm that type of person, and I kind of read into things as well. And I'm kind of thinking, was he actually injured, or
what you'd probably do is you'd probably go, I probably slammed the door on that fucker's face, and now he's fucking in a bad form, and now he doesn't want to play with Liverpool, and it's all my fault because this is how you play the game. Like,
No,
do you know what I mean? Like, if he picks up a knock and he doesn't start, I don't expect to see him in the squad. Joe Gomez was in on the bench, because if you don't start him and put him on the bench, it's like, Joe, Jarrod Quince is being dropped. That's the narrative.
Yeah.
It's the narrative, isn't it?
Yeah. But I mean, we talk about it all the time. Like, he might not be fit to start, but he might be fit to do 20 minutes. If
Yeah, but even if he's fit 20 minutes, Gomez is fit.
Yeah, true.
Do you know what
I think, I know I said it earlier on, that is he injured? Did he pick up it said he picked up a knock.
Yeah.
So is it a case that he wasn't going to start this game, and to protect him, it's like, well, he's not starting because he's picked up a knock.
Yeah.
And it kind of takes that kind of focus off him.
Yeah.
Look, and again, and now I'm going through my head here, because we are a few points in. It's like, have I said this already on this one, or did I say it on the previous
God knows,
one?
God
but
knows.
with Kwanzaa, there's a bit of a pile on with him that, like, do you know what I mean? Again, conspiracy theories. Slot saw something that didn't work last week, and it's horses for courses. And I think that's great that we have a coach that spots something and changes it. And that's okay.
If he's a forward and he's not getting changed out with the defender, you change a forward and you think it's not happening for him today.
Exactly. It's individual battles. I played both centre half and striker, so I'm not speaking from experience, because I played to an absolute shitball level.
Yeah, we're hardly
But
Franz Beckenbauer here.
It's the defender's job to unsettle the forward.
Yeah.
It's the forward's job to unsettle the defender.
Yeah.
And last week, Liam Delap won that battle.
Yeah.
Big deal. There'll be more battles.
Yeah.
But people don't see it that way. And I think, to me, it was refreshing. I don't think, and again, this is not like Klopp is only out the door and you're dogging him. He's a great manager, one of the greatest managers we've ever had, but I don't think he makes that change at half time. I think he might give him maybe 10-15 minutes, see how he gets on.
Yeah.
But at that stage, we might be one down. I think Arne Slot comes in and he says, I've noticed this, I'm changing it. And I actually like that.
I like it too. But what I would say to that is that I see a lot of people saying that, Jurgen Klopp wouldn't have changed, or Jurgen Klopp wouldn't have changed. And I agree with you. I don't think he would. But we don't know if Jurgen Klopp would have been wrong for not changing him.
Yeah.
Jurgen Klopp knows the player a lot better. He knows the squad a lot better. He knows what way they can react, especially in the second half, because Klopp usually gets them going for second halves. So he may have come out and went, fuck this Delap fella, I'm going to just terrorise him now, and come out of the game and went, recover brilliantly, great stepping stone for the lad. But against that, Arne Slot, who doesn't know the player as well, says, it's not working. This guy over here, Carty, is a bit more aggressive, a bit more physically intimidating than Jarrod Quince. I'm going to put him in. And it worked absolutely fine. But just on the midfield, before we move on to forwards and stuff like that, this midfield need to be drilled all week and getting these first 4 and 5 phases right, because Ipswich got a sniff or two and didn't have the quality at all. I think Smolix is going to be a huge player for them. I think that's going to kill Ipswich this year, is actually not being able to score goals, right? But Brentford live off this. Wissa and Buemo, Carvalho, if he plays, they live off this. They live off this stuff. Make mistakes, little chances, getting the momentum up for them. So Liverpool have to make sure that Gravenberch, McAllister, Szoboszlai, the fullbacks, the centre halves, they all work together to make sure that there's no loose passes into the centre of the park. And if they can do the second half of Ipswich from the start tomorrow, I've no worries, because I think they got at Brentford very, very fucking easy, to be honest with you.
Yeah, and look, coming off the back of last season, it's probably shocking to say that of the three of them, I think it's probably McAllister that needs to up his game slightly. And that's to be expected of, like you said, Slot's talking about load. Probably McAllister out of the three of them probably has the most game time over the summer, probably the least rest.
Yeah.
So, and we've seen him when he comes back after international games last year.
The key is the time spent in pre-season. Yeah. Because if you look at that midfield, Szoboszlai spends it all with him.
Yeah.
Right? Gravenberch, I think, gets a little bit at the end. McAllister gets nothing. But when you go to the forwards, right? Now he's picked them. When you go to the forwards, right? You're talking about McAllister's load. Nunes has the exact same load, more or less, right? Jota, to a lesser extent, was at a tournament, quarterfinals or whatever, right? But he got a bit of pre-season. So Jota's getting the look in. Salah's getting the look in, right? And Diaz didn't. He's the outlier here, because he's the one that doesn't get the look in pre-season. Do you get me?
But he's straight,
Apart from him and McAllister are the two that don't really get the look in preseason, but they're being picked. So I think he's doing a balancing act of load and rhythm.
Yeah.
And he's trying to, but I can see Nunes and I can see Gakpo definitely. Like you look at Elliott, brilliant pre-season. But what I think he's doing is he's picking and choosing where to put them in and who they're putting them in with, who's worked together over the summer, who hasn't, and let them all. They're all learning on the job and they're all learning at different stages. And I think if he can get that right, he can actually he can put them into this team as it goes along a lot smoother than going.
Yeah.
Them three haven't seen any me pre-season and putting them all up front. There's no point. Do you know what I mean? It'd be like me, you, and fucking Steve, fucking, you know, being asked to do a walking tour of Liverpool. Like, we've 8 points in us. We're not fucking doing it. We don't know where we are, buddy. You know what I mean? We're struggling to fucking make our way down here with a point. Can't be telling you about the bombed out church. We don't know. Where the fuck is it? Do you know what I mean? So
yeah.
I think he's trying to be clever. Clever sometimes the wrong word, because when you say clever, people go, oh, look at this clever fuck. He's trying to integrate them, but keep his strength, because you have to remember, he's still a new manager in a new job and he wants to impress.
Yeah.
So he's reverting to what he knows, you know, the sort of way.
What I thought was great last week.
You know what I think's great? This crew's Campo guy.
Yeah.
I'm all over
I was drinking that in Mallorca last week. It is
Carl,
nice.
get a point in there with you. Yeah.
What I liked last week is obviously with the second half, Konate comes on. He's used to covering Trent. Trent didn't really kind of invert until the second half last week.
Yeah.
He was inverting, but then for a lot of the second half, he was in that 10. And I've said, and probably other people have said as well, is that I think that if Trent is to move into midfield, the only real kind of position that you could see him playing is in the 10. But that link-up play with Szoboszlai, even the ball where I think he miskicks it into Diaz. It was interesting to see that kind of a side of a game, because you're so used to seeing him with the long raking balls, or that ball through to Salah for the goal. But it was nice to see that kind of intricate passing from Trent as well.
It's the assist before the assist, the ghost assist, as these weirdos like to call it.
Yeah.
Right? But watch the reaction of Trent and Van Dijk after the Jota goal. They're both throwing their arms in the air from a distance as they approach. And it was, you know, like Trent's used to being like that ball into Jota, he scores, Trent gets an assist. Trent puts a ball through, Salah takes it on himself, scores it, Trent gets it. But I think Trent loved the fact that I've opened them up and the boys have done the job. Do you know what I mean? And I was saying to you earlier on the Never to Be Seen brilliant show we done earlier, that I think his creativity doesn't have to be the assist. I think his creativity channeled into open them up in midfield there for us and let these boys go.
Yeah.
Because how many times have we seen goals where it's like, what a fucking ball, and then it's like a cutback and a goal, and you're going, brilliant goal, but you're looking at the guy that's hit the brilliant ball.
Yeah.
It's not the guy that got the assist for the cutback. And I think if you channel Trent into that going, you don't have to be Hollywood, as some people call it. And he's not Hollywood. I don't think he is. But I think if you said to Trent, listen, that ball to that forward may work at times, but if you zip one into Szoboszlai and he lays one off and Gravenberch comes on and McAllister comes on and plays Salah, who plays in Gakpo or whoever, and scores, everyone's going to go, that ball into midfield, Jesus Christ. And that's where he gets his gratification from.
And the thing is you're right, Trent isn't Hollywood.
No, he's not.
Most people say, oh, it doesn't have to be a Hollywood ball. And that, more often than not, that's because some of the balls don't come off.
Yeah.
The majority of Trent's balls come off.
Yeah, he's
So
very
they're not
lucky
even a
last
Hollywood
week.
ball, they're just a Trent ball.
Yeah, he defended a couple of times brilliantly last week.
Yeah,
Stepped out with it.
Stepped
out with it, and he hit a lovely ball. And it was just actually the bounce got away from Salah, or the keeper was out quick and stuff like that. So, listen, forward was, I think he goes with the same again. I'm liking. Diaz gets an awful hard time, but I'm liking Diaz. For me, Diaz, when we have the ball deep, is wide, and when we get into attacking positions, he's trying to get into that box, and I like that. I like that. That's where Robinson or Simicast, whoever coming behind him, needs to really get in those areas around them, and even the likes of a McAllister or the Sobbers, like getting around them, because he can cause all sorts of trouble, all sorts of fucking trouble. And this is what I want in Diaz. I don't want Diaz starting, you know, on the touchline and trying to influence something 5 seconds later in there. I want him getting it in the lines of the box. And 1 second later being able to influence it. Because 5 seconds running with the football, people know where you're going with it. And I want to see that from him. Salah just is a specimen. And Jota, if he stays fit, I think he starts most games. But I do want to see a bit of Nunes. I'm really looking forward to seeing Nunes on this side, because see when we
Likes a game against
see when we
Brentford as
pass that ball in there and it gets knocked off, and then a fella moves. All he has to do is put it in a space, and Nunes has the pace to kill you. And Gakpo as well. He's so intelligent.
You spoke last season about what Nunes needs are just these tapping goals. And with the way we're playing at the moment is he just needs to be on the 6-yard box.
Yeah.
And when them balls, you just put your foot to it.
But even when you break through, the way Liverpool were breaking through last week, right? If you have a player hanging out with you, a defender's kind of waiting to see what happens, kind of adjust himself. When you've no one near you, that defender's like, I am fucked here, right? And where do I go? Because I've Salah going that way, I've this going that way, and I've a fella running straight down the barrel there. So if you have Nunes that just goes, put it in there, and I'll catch it, and then it's about the finishing. And we know some of it's great, some of it's erratic.
Sorry, lads.
It's all right.
Who was that?
Did you get me an umbrella? Did you give a little sword to the
Sorry
camera?
for the story. Would you just give that fella a shout?
Compliments of Damien Morris, master painter, his 59th birthday. Happy birthday, Damien Morris. I hope the painting's gone well with you. You should be retired by now. Fucking hell, your brushes must be in bits. Thanks for the points and the fucking things, the umbrellas. But look, it's a big day for Arsenal Slot tomorrow.
Yeah.
You know, United played today. They won last week. Arsenal Villa's tomorrow, is it?
Tonight at 5:30, I think.
Is it? Oh, belter.
Check that there.
Right. But there's big games on. City have Ipswich. I expect them to win. But there's big games on. And you know what? Yeah. So the Arsenal Villa big game today at 5:30. Just get another 3 points.
Yeah.
Get into United and get another 3 points there. And just, do you know what? Find your way. They need this transfer window to end. Now, don't take me up the wrong way on that.
No.
But what I think they need to end, but they probably need 1 or 2 when it ends.
Yeah.
But they need it to end so all that goes away.
Yeah, big time.
And you know what? Let it go away with 2 new players in, and everyone bounces into the international break or whatever it is. But go on, we'll have a prediction game.
We've not lost a home game.
Shut up.
Opening home game of the season since 2003. So I'm going
2003.
I'm going 3-0 Liverpool.
Hold on, let me guess who it was at home in 2003. Don't tell me. 2003. 2003, 2004. Home game. Jeez, that's a great question. I'm sure someone in the comments knows it.
I just saw it pop up just before I put flight mode on this morning.
2003, 2004. So that's who it is last season. But beating at home in the opening day of the season.
Not opening home, our first home game of a season. We've not lost our first home game of a season since 2000.
2003, 2004.
Steve has it there.
I'm trying to think. 2004-5 was Spurs were away first game. 2003-4. We went at home.
So we've just been told, in case you didn't hear that, O'Shea McGlinchey has it right.
We went at home on the first day of the season in 2003-4.
No, it's their first home game.
I know. So I'm trying to think who we started at home against in 03-04.
Oh, we were?
Were we?
Yeah.
2003-4. Who liaised last season?
I'm trying to think. I was living in Maryland.
Was it a big game? Did we get a fucking stinker on the first day?
Was it Aston Villa?
No, it wasn't Aston Villa. We've never played Villa at home on the open day.
Oh no, we didn't. I can remember now. We were wearing black and grey gear.
2003-4, home, first day of the season. Oh, my mind's gone blank. Who was it? Chelsea. Were we? Can't remember being beaten by Chelsea in the home game of the season. Anyway, doesn't matter. We're going to go.
Scorers.
Well, not to worry. You just watch that and press stop when we tell you to. Fucking hell, though. If we get this done, it'll be a success. Anyway, prediction.
3-0.
Okay. You have to
Salah.
give me goal scorers.
Yeah. Salah 2 and Gakpo.
I'm gonna go 3-1 Liverpool. I'm gonna go Jota. I'm gonna go Szoboszlai. And I'm gonna go Nunes off the bench.
Nice.
Alright?
I'd love that.
Right, that is the Talkin Kop second time around. The first one was brilliant. The second one was alright. But that is the Talkin Kop for this Saturday. The build up to Brentford. Happy birthday to Damien Morris. 59 birthday. Thanks for all the stuff in the drink. And
Sponsored by Safety Squad.
Sponsored by Safety Squad. .com.eu. And Madri and this guy, Cruz Campo. Listen,
Cocktails.
enjoy the rest of your weekend. The lads will be back tomorrow. When I say lads, I mean Keith, I mean Kev, I mean Matt, and I mean Ashley. Back tomorrow night from 10. We'll be back on Monday, hungover, about 2 o'clock on Monday, from a pub, from Pogues, drinking Guinness. And we'll look at the weekend's football. He's going to hit stop on that now, and we're going to look really, really professional.
Brilliant. Well done. Take 2.